Kevin Shirley here. So I was doing this little journaling exercise this morning, and the question that I was supposed to answer in writing, which I actually don't do, I just do some thinking about journaling. What's the biggest lesson a coach or mentor has shared with you that you want to pass on and pay forward? And so some of you may know this, but I sometimes struggle with a bit of procrastination. And for me, it manifests in having a task to do and not really wanting to do it until I've got sort of two things lined up. And the first is the emotional bandwidth to do that thing, whatever it is. And the second is, having the time to do that thing perfectly. And as you can imagine, these two things don't often line up. And in fact, they never line up. Having the emotional bandwidth to do something and the time to do something perfectly never line up together. So it's a perfect storm for procrastinating. And I was, many years ago, I worked with a professional business coach. And over lunch one day, she said, sometimes, Kevin, 70% is perfect. Doing something 70% of perfect is perfect. And I was at the moment a little taken aback by that, because I was like, are you suggesting that I strive to do something imperfectly? And she's like, yeah. And at the time, I was really gobsmacked by this idea that you could strive to do something imperfectly. And what I've learned in the intervening years is that, yeah, for most things, 70% is perfect. But more than that, a lot of the time, 50% is perfect or 25% is perfect. And in a surprisingly large number of cases, 0% is perfect. For instance, I'm in real estate. And as you can imagine, a real estate transaction is really just a series of problems to be solved. And what I've learned over time is that I cannot solve somebody else's problem. I can list options till I'm blue in the face. But until that person, my client, decides that that problem is worth solving, I might as well just do nothing. And it's a lesson I've learned is to often take a step back, to just be quiet for my client to say, Kevin, that is a problem that I want to solve, and let's do it. And then I can say, well, here are some options that I think might work for you. But in that case, doing 0% is perfect. A long time ago, I don't know if you ever read the comic strip Dilbert. And in this comic strip, there's a character named Wally. And Wally was like sort of the slacker in the office. And at one point in one series, and I have this on my computer, I should share it. He's talking to the intern in the office, Ashok. And Ashok is, I guess, he's coaching Ashok about how to tackle problems. And Wally says, you never do something during the Wally period. And Ashok is like, what is the Wally period? And Wally's like, that is the 1 week period after your boss asks you to do something. Never do anything in the Wally period, because, and this is so true, many tasks that you put on your to-do list become obsolete in a few days. You don't need to do them. And if you had jumped on them in the beginning, you would have wasted your effort. And so it's a lesson I take with me sometimes, is that sometimes waiting, sometimes doing 0 is perfect in the moment. So there's my coaching corner for the moment about how 70% often is the perfect amount to do something, or what you're going to strive for is 70% of perfect. Most of the time, that's all you need. All right. Thanks, everybody. Let me know if you struggle with procrastination and how you deal with it. All right. Hey, Henry Garcia, nice to see you. Bye.